This may be the first time you have finished watching it. SpaceX's evolution process. 20 years ago, Musk founded SpaceX with a silly and a lot of money. 20 years later, SpaceX has grown into the world's #1 private space company. It makes most of the national aerospace agencies worse than themselves. June 2002. A warehouse in Elsie, California. SpaceX is officially established. To make the high cost of LETI air travel. Realize the ultimate dream of a well-known Mars in human beings. Musk invested $100 million in one go. Start building rockets. He told his staff. Only 3 chances, but fail to succeed and become a human. And their primary goal is to build one as soon as possible. Rockets that can be launched into orbit. Until 3 years later in 2005. SpaceX's first rocket, Print number 1, was officially unveiled. It was named after the Millennium Loss in Star Wars. Print number 1, height 21 meters. Secondary structure. Total mass 28,000 kilograms. Try to get 180 kilograms. The first and second level thrusts are 450 knots and 31 knots respectively. March 24, 2006. Printing number 1 finally lifted off after 3 delays. But after 25 seconds, the rockets fell into the Pacific Ocean. The reason is an internal leakage caused engine failure. And a year later, the second and third comebacks ended in a similar way. 3 failures of right and wrong put Musk in a desperate situation. Because he has no money. But Musk did not give up. Instead, it raises funds and mortgages all its assets through the company. Prepare to build another rocket's last wave. And Musk, who was in a state of unrestrained manner, finally knocked on the gear of fate. September 28, 2008. Print number 1 successfully entered the track. SpaceX becomes the first private space companies launching liquid rockets into space. July 4. Print number 1 successfully sent commercial satellites into Earth orbit for the first time. Another major gift-making monument has been realized. With this victory, SpaceX wins NASA's $1.6 billion business contract. They need to develop a new and larger rocket. To complete the international space, the goods occupied by less than. Print number 1 since then. The average cost of 5 launches is $6.7 million. SpaceX's most basic first step. But it took 6 years. During this period, SpaceX planned to develop a Print number 5 carrier rocket. A coal spirit engine that is different from the Printing number 1. Its number has increased to 5 units. Therefore, I have to print number 5. But in 2006 SpaceX cancelled its plan. Directly increased the engine configuration to 9 units. Print number 9. The first generation of Printing number 9 powder debuted in 2010. Starting height 48 meters. Bipolar structure. Total mass 333.4 tons. Try to effectively improve 10.45 tons. One pole thrust 4,910,000 nuggets. Diode thrust 445,000 nuggets. At the same time, the Dragon 1 cargo spacecraft was launched. Mass is 4,200 kilograms. 6.1 meters high. 3.7 meters wide. Can transport 6,000 kilograms of effective IHA to the International Space Station. June 4. Print number 9 for the first flight at Cape Canaveral. December 8 of the same year. Print number 9 equipped with fully functional Dragon spacecraft was tested. SpaceX became the first during this flight. Private space companies that can successfully launch into orbit Hiwi to collect aerospace weather. May 25, 2012. Print number 9 to deliver the cargo Dragon spacecraft to the International Space Station. Become the first commercial space weather to successfully connect to the International Space Station. The first generation of Print number 9 was launched in total 5 times. Average launch cost per time is $57 million. 2013 print number 9 version 1.1 debuted. The height increased to 68 meters. Rocket's fuel tank is extended by 60%. Total mass 505.846 tons. One pole thrust 5,885,000 nuggets. Diode thrust 716,000 nuggets. The capacity of the forbidden track has been increased to 13.2 tons. To reduce the manufacturing process, the layout of the rocket engine has also been rearranged. 2014. It is difficult to get rid of the dependence on Russian space. I think SpaceX is a bigger contract. Valued at $2.6 billion. The contract adds missions to transport American astronauts to the International Space Station. For this purpose, SpaceX launched the Manlon spacecraft. It is bigger than the Dragon. 8.1 meters high and 4 meters wide to carry 4 astronauts. And Musk was not at all concerned about it before and after. Crazy rocket recycling program that will be started immediately. So fireworks show continues. For this reason, SpaceX also made a special failure in the total. Posted on the internet. This calm attitude towards failure. Perhaps it is the key to their success. It is worth mentioning. SpaceX also made the joint venture 9 flight launch version of the rocket. The rocket was launched directly from an airplane at a high altitude. Only 4 engines are available on the rocket. But in the end, this rocket was considered unsuitable for the business model and gave up. 2015 joint venture number 9 1.2 full thrust version was released. December 21. The technical turning point of explosion has finally arrived. This is good. Too good. Too good. Joint venture 9 sent 11 satellites into orbit. Returned to the first machine and walked directly in the target area. Completed the introduction. This greatly reduces the cost of spaceflight. SpaceX's vision begins to move into reality step by step. Joint venture number 9 version 1.2 is 71 meters high. Total mass 549 tons. One machine thrust 7607000 Nm. Thrust of the second machine 934,000 Nm. Low Earth orbit capacity reached 22.8 tons. Can help recycle technology. SpaceX successfully launched. Average cost per launch in 2016. Reduced from $62 million to $15 million. March 30, 2017. SpaceX has created. The first launch of the rocket was achieved. After the rockets enter orbit, the first machine returns to the 9th again for the second time and successfully recovers. Since then, the joint venture number 9 1.2 has undergone multiple upgrades. Block 5 is still used today. As of September 9. Joint venture 9 1.2 total power was launched 197 times. Successfully recycled 189 times. May 30, 2020. SpaceX successfully used joint venture number 9 to successfully transfer 2 people. The United States and the Navigator were sent to the International Space Station. This marks SpaceX